people don't want to share game. And hopefully you will keep the torch alive, because we need people that push back. When Abo Penwell start selling out and stop believing, we need people that are still idealistic, because you might win me over later on. But the people that I'm meeting, the people that are making progress, are not sharing fuck all and they don't want. But they will invite you. They will suck what they can, invite you, give in for free, take all the information and knowledge. The day you're like, hey, Pen, I was just wondering. I'm like, no, I can't help you, dog. Sorry. And you're like, okay. Then you see me doing something, you're like, okay, it's a bit weird. I actually asked this guy and he was like, he knows nothing about that. It's like, oh, was he not? Like, okay, maybe he's not my type of person. To what you're saying, let me keep going to find my people. And then some of them, they benefit a bit. Then they sell out. Then they get the Dan Corder ENCA gig. Then they get the Sizwe Falls SAPC gig. Then they leave and they don't share game. They started off, we're all in this, guys. We need money for content. Now they're gone.
Yeah.
Now you're like, hey, Pen. I'm like, hey, you're that guy, man. I had you once. Hey, nice to see you, dog. Shut up. You're like, oh, is this guy being a fucking celebrity on me?
I get you, yeah.
And I don't know if it's a culture thing, if it's a money thing, if it's just maybe part of the journey when you get bigger. I don't know. I'm skeptical. And I do hope that myself, you, all of us, wherever we may be going in the work that we're doing now, before we sell out, because I believe almost all of us, given the chance, will sell out.
Yeah.
Before we sell out, I hope we share as much game as possible, so that by the time people are like, Jay-Z's a fucking sellout, you're like, it's fine. I agree with you. Mandela's a sellout, Jay-Z, but don't study where he sold out. Go back to the old Jay-Z. Go back to the old Mandela.
I love that.
And then that's where the game is.
Yeah.
And then maybe when you get to their level and you're about to sell out, maybe you'll do things slightly better than them. And then we just try and improve in that way.
I do hope, and probably I am sounding like I'm a person who doesn't, or rather coming across as though I'm a person who doesn't consider the fact that there are just some people out there who are out for themselves. Yeah. Or the fact that when you're exposed to too much power and privilege for a certain period of time, you eventually become that person, probably without even realizing it yourself. I do believe, Uti, for example, within the Christian community, that happens a lot to Abo Pastor. Like, you would be shocked the amount of things that women let pastors get away with. Like just leaving pastor and with their daughter because ubamfundis. And it's not necessarily because of the reverence they have for the man. It's the reverence that they have for the role that the man plays and the position that he's in. They hold that role in high regard. My personal belief is this. I believe in placing people, trying to orchestrate your life and your role in whatever position of leadership you might be in. Make it be intentional about surrounding yourself with people who will not be yes men, right? That's one of the things you realize about people who become corrupt. They surround themselves with people who will agree. Yazin, you see it a lot in umuntu ozokbuzuguti. What do you think about this decision I'm trying to make? Usually it's a boyfriend that they know they shouldn't be with, right? Ngebabuze lo ozoti hai. They're not going to go and ask the friend that they know will not agree with
She's
them.
hating on my relationship.
Exactly. This is something, it's to be quite honest, I feel like corruption is it's a very human thing that humans will forever be fighting against, right? It's like the avoidance of gluttony or the avoidance of, sexual, unwanted lust or unbridled lust, something that's not tamed. We're always fighting these things. And I'm not trying to say, everyone is a whore or anything like that.
But they could be. We're just saying you guys could be whores as well.
Yeah. I'm really not trying to say. What I'm saying is I'm not ignorant of the more you speak, the more I'm realizing, Guti, you and I are on the very same page as far as the fact that gunabantu who are just out for themselves. And I absolutely agree.